step 4. Everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Keenan, aka Lefty the Great from the No Name RC podcast, and welcome to another episode of Lefty's RC Life. So for those of you that are new or watching this for the first time, I have a podcast in the RC world catering to RC racing. It's called the No Name RC Podcast. That's the name of this channel that you're watching it on. But this is a separate type of channel that I'm doing here, or a side channel where we're following my rediscovering my passion for doing RC. So that would include unboxings, going on trips with my kids, maybe to do some RC stuff, bashing RC boats, whatever I can get my hands on, I'm going to do it, because if you guys follow the podcast, you know I don't have a local track anymore here in the DR. So with that said, this is going to be one of my second unboxing video. My first one was with the Sunpadal USA batteries that I got for my Techno MT410 build that I'm building. But this is another part of the Techno MT410 build, and it's something that I needed for a long time. So if you guys can see the box, it's the Noble Pro. Let's see, you'll see it. I'm going to put it up on a different view here, but I just wanted to go over a few things before we get started on this unboxing. I was looking for a new radio last year because I wanted to start racing again. I was going to try to start racing again when I traveled to races and whatnot for work, but still haven't got to that point yet because I'm usually too busy at races doing my media thing or whatever. So I still ain't got back racing. But I needed a new radio, and I was looking at many different options. I've always had Futaba, even from when I started racing or getting into RC 20-something years ago. And my latest radio was a Futaba 4PX that was given to me by Salty Joe when he moved on to the 7PX. Thank you, Salty Joe, for that. So it wasn't brand new to me, but it was used. And it served its purpose. It's been all over South America, all through USA, left in the JQ van for long knows how long, been banged up, and I finally bought it home. It still works, but I kind of wanted something new, so I wanted a change. So I was looking at going to Sanwa, but man, I was looking at the prices. It's like, wow, like these radios are all 600, 500, 600. I think even now the Futaba's almost 800, I was just checking, or 799. So they're kind of expensive. I was looking at the Noble NB4, which is the first edition of this. At that price, it was $200, I think. I talked to a couple of my good friends, Will Smith, Jimmy DePrez, Curtis Wong, Ryan Steck, and my buddy Chuck. And they're like, Keenan, you should get the Noble NB4 try. And I was like, all right, for $200, I'll try it. If it don't work, it can always be a basher radio or whatever. Unfortunately, I never got it. I had some issues. I never got it. I bought it, but ended up never getting it received. I had to get my money back, and I just kind of said, all right, well, it wasn't meant to be. So fast forward a couple of months later, and I get introduced to Michael Lee. He is the head of FlySky USA, I believe, and through Will Smith and Jimmy. And he said, hey, Keenan, we'll send you out one of these, our new Noble NB4 Pros. You do an unboxing, tell us how you like it. And I kind of want to see if this radio will be good for racers as well. Now, talking to my friends who have this, they love it. Talking to some people that have tried the NB4, they talk about latency issues and stuff. But I think they have addressed it in this version of the NB4. So without going on any further, I just want to say thank you to Michael Lee and all them guys who kind of introduced me to him, Will and all those guys, and for getting this out to me. And I'm finally gotten around to playing with this. I have taken this out of the box. I have not really played around with it. I just want to say a couple of more things as well. I watched a couple of YouTubers that I used while planning this out. One was Net Cruiser, I believe is a Canadian YouTuber. I was watching his channel because he had the original NB4, and he was doing some latency tests as well. And then the other guy who I think is the guru when it comes to these Noble radios is WTF RC Cars on YouTube, and his channel he goes into super science mode on these, and I learned a lot from him. And I'll be leaning on, it's a group on Facebook as well where you ask questions and people answer pretty fast. And I'll obviously be leaning on some of my friends that suggested that I get this. So yeah, there's definitely support for this out there. So don't be fooled with that. There's definitely a lot of people using these radios and there's a lot of support. So as you can see, let's get on with the unboxing. There's not much. We got a flat black box with some glossy writing here. I'm going to switch over cameras right now so we can get a better look. All right, so you can see it's a little bit dirty, but yeah, there we go. A flat black box with the gloss black writing on the front. I like that style. Looks pretty cool. If you guys saw my unboxing I did for TikTok, it was just a soft unboxing. I didn't really do much with it. So I haven't really played with this radio. So here we go. It comes with a radio case. I mean, that's pretty good. I would hold this up in the light more, but my light's going to show. There you go. It's a radio case. It's pretty thin. It's pretty light. The Futaba case I have, I believe, is aluminum. It's much bigger and bulky. I've had it for years. It offers great protection, but extremely hard to travel with, especially if you're flying. This, a lot more compact. You could carry this on the plane, I think. Easy, no problem. How many radios come with their own case nowadays? Not many. So that's a plus right there. But yes, well done, FlySky. Let's open it up and have a look. So there's what you get when you open it up. You get this, you get some FlySky stickers. In this little box comes quite a lot of stuff. Let's get the radio first. So here's your transmitter. Now, believe it or not, you can actually use this transmitter just like this. It actually powers on. It has an internal battery. There you go. It's powered on. Also, upon first, I'm going to turn it off now. It tells you when it shuts on. When I first picked this up, I was surprised how heavy it was. Yes, it has the iPhone mount here or camera mount here, but I won't be using that, so that will come off soon. But it's pretty heavy. Check it out. Check it out a little better. Just showing people in the other camera. Yes, the steering wheel is, I know. So everybody's probably saying, why is the steering wheel right there? That's why I really like this. Let me just move this out of the way so I can get a better view. So here we are. This actually moves. So if you're a left-hand driver, it goes over to the left and you can drive left-handed if that's the way you like to drive. Left-handed for all those people. And then, of course, like me, I'm a right-handed driver, so then it's right here. So I can drive it like this. But for me, personally, why I enjoyed this is, why I was happy to get this radio is, if you guys know me, my nickname is Lefty. It's for a reason. My left arm is about 75% paralyzed. So whenever I use a transmitter, I have to use a lanyard and hold it like this and then put my finger up here and use it. So it's a little difficult. I can't drive one-handed or anything. Now, when I'm crawling sometimes, you just want to drive one-handed. So if I want to drive one-handed, I just simply got to turn this around, put the thumb there, my thumb there, and there I go. I can drive my crawler one-handed. It's so much easier. I'm so happy about that. And then when I want to get back and just put it on my lanyard, I just boop, and it's back like that, and I could go back to normal mode, how I would normally hold this. So that's a plus. It's easy for left-handed and right-handed. Easy for left-handed and right-handed racers. I've seen many people. I was watching a guy at the Euros. He was racing like this. If you had one of these, I mean, you can do this on other radios too, but not, I don't think that easy. Also, I just wanted to touch on something that I've noticed about this radio is customization. It's something we haven't seen in radios. And this is a big part of racing. Lots of pro guys prefer you'll see a lot of the pro guys opting out, not getting sponsored by a radio, to use a radio that they're really comfortable with. You see a lot of guys using the Sanwa M12s. Why? Because they like it. Pros are different. Those guys know a difference in the radio. This is a very important thing that connects us to our car, but very little has been done ergonomically to make these more comfortable for us. Yes, you'll see some guys wrap their grips or do certain things, but really, to make these more comfortable or personalized for you as a racer has never been thought of. Well, FlySky thought of all of that. So here we have the base. So this is a base for the FlySky. It's also a battery. I believe it's 24 or 2500 mAhs. So you have the internal battery, and then you have this. And it's as simple as doing this. You put it on, boom, there you go. It's connected. Now the radio has a lot of heft to it. So it's connected, it's flat, it can stand up. It has this battery. You can still just operate on the internal battery, or you can turn this on, and then it will also charge up your internal battery here in your radio. So very good. Well done. I really like that idea. As for this, I don't know. Some people might want to use it. Some people might not. It also has a GoPro mount. I don't see me using this really, to be honest. So I think I'm going to remove this. Maybe if you wanted to calculate your speed, or maybe if you're driving like that, but I can't do that. It does add some weight, but I'll be taking that off, I'm pretty sure. Let's just put this over here and see what else that comes with the FlySky in this box. I'm going to turn it off while I'm here too. Shutting down. So first up, it comes with an extra steering wheel. So this steering wheel is a little bit bigger. It also comes with the steering wheel rubber. Also, if you can see, there's two little gaps right there. I don't know, you probably can't see it, but there's two little holes there. Remember, that's for adjusting. You can adjust the throw of this. So a bigger steering wheel, which I think I'm going to put on, because just so my thumb can reach a little better. Let's take out everything and then we'll go. So it comes with this box. It comes with this. And it comes with this. And it comes with, finally, a set of keys that you can lock your box up. Let me lock it up and go. All right. So let's go with this. So you might be wondering what this is. This, my friends, is a wireless charger. That's so cool. So you just put it there, set your car on top of it, set your radio on top of it, and it's charging if it's connected to power. Also charges your phone. I love this idea. I know this has been around for a while. People have made wireless charging docks for radio, but it's really good to see this come with a radio. Maybe some other radios come with it, I'm not sure. But that's cool. I like that. Wireless charger. So we have one receiver here. This is the smaller of the receivers. The one good thing about these receivers is some of them allow you to use telemetry as well. So it's so many different receivers for these radios. It's crazy. So this is the smaller radio. I can't even see the name. I probably should have put my glasses on her. But this is a smaller 4-channel radio. Look how tiny that is. Look. Can you see it? That's small, super small. So you got one of those in the bag. And then we open up this box. We have the quick start guide. This is a charging cord for the wireless charger. Here is the other receiver. Let's open it up so you can have a size comparison. This is actually an 8-channel receiver. So here's your 8-channel receiver. It's a little bit, it's about, I would say this one's about just a bit shy, half the size. This is actually pretty small. Let's put that over there. So here's where it gets interesting with this radio. Remember how I said this radio is customizable and it's meant to fit you, the racer? Well, it's small little things that make a difference. So here we have 1, 2, that's the back trigger, one more. So we have these 3 triggers. So let's take this out so you can see. So you have the brake trigger. This actually is, I believe, the large. So this is the small, sorry. So you can put a small, large, and I believe this is the medium. Yeah, that's the medium right there on there. So some people might have bigger or smaller fingers. I think already I'm gonna have to put the large on her because this is just a little bit too tight for me. And I don't have big fingers. But also, not only that, you can change out the back trigger as well. That's pretty cool if you ask me. You got 3 different size brake triggers plus a different size actual trigger that you can adjust this radio fully to how you want it to feel comfortable. It comes with an extra grip. I believe it's small and big, large. I'm not actually sure what this grip is. It's a little bit different. It's got a different texture to it. So that's cool too. You don't have to buy that separately. Here's the GoPro mount if you wanted to use the GoPro. Now these knobs on the NB4, you had knobs here, if you can see where this switch is. On the NB4, these are knobs or dials. So you have the option of putting these dials on there. It's pretty simple too. Pretty easy to take off and put in there. We'll see which one I like the most. Maybe the dials will be easy to use with my thumbs. I don't know. You'll see. But it's great to have an option like that. Here is the option. I believe this is the end plate of the radio. So if you wish to if you don't want to have a mount on there, you can put this on the end of it, which is really good. Like, I really expected this radio to be a lot more plastic. Obviously, it's plastic in some spots, but it's really heavy and lots of aluminum. So if I want to take off this spot, this phone holder right here, I just undo these screws, leave this here, and then I believe this goes on the end. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to use that big, bulky phone handler. So you have, so it doesn't look, you know, so you don't have that sticking up. You just have that there. So I like that thought. Here's something really cool. So with this piece of kit right here, you can actually adjust the steering throw of your wheel. That's pretty crazy. I never would have thought of that. So you can adjust your steering throw of your wheel. You have some grub screws here. It somehow goes into the, like, you limit it. So you can adjust the throw. If you want a lot of throw, you can have it like that. If you want a little bit of throw, you can do it like that. That's not it, folks. That's not it. Let's go. We have a wrist lanyard. Maybe I won't use this too much. Maybe when I do some one-handed running, I will. But that's cool. They included it. I would have like the neck lanyard. Here are some tools, Allen keys, simple Allen keys you need. And then finally, we have these right here. Let's put this box out of the way. So this is a hard spring and a soft spring. So these springs are for your steering wheel, and I believe you can use them on your throttle as well. So you can adjust the tension of your throttle finger, of your steering wheel, and all that stuff with these springs. I know people have done this before, but to actually come with this, yeah, that's stepping it up. So you got all of this cool stuff, plus the case with your radio. 2 receivers, all this stuff, ready to go with your FlySky Noble NB4 Pro. Let's take a closer look at the touch menu and the functions of this radio, and I'll go through some of the things that you can do and talk about one of the biggest issues I hear coming from people. So I don't know how clear you guys are going to see this, but let's have a look. So it's on, as you guys can see. Let's go to the menu. You just touch that. So you have a color menu here. It's pretty simple. So say I wanted to check out EPA. Let's just touch on her. It brings up your EPA settings. Sorry, you can pretty much adjust it like that. There's all types of crazy little settings in here. I believe that this has 18 channels, and not 18 channels, different buttons, but some are mixed out and all that stuff. You can run, it's easy to run 2 ESCs for people running dual ESCs and maybe a big rig or something like that. The menu is just so easy. You got touch screen, you can just go through. There's noises, it's vibrating as I do it. It's like I have a phone in front of me. It's pretty crazy. You can adjust, where is it? So let's see, receiver set. You can. It's just got so much. It's so easy to navigate, which is one of the things I remember people complaining about with the Sanma, was that it was very hard to navigate with it, navigate the menu. So this is all touch screen. Everything's clear. You can see it. It makes a noise. I don't like that dinging noise. I'll probably turn that off for myself. It has a boat mode here too, which I'm very interested to see. As you guys know, I'm kind of in my RC boat mode. I need to see what that does. If I think it's correct, I know boats kind of pull to the right. I think it's the right a little bit. And some people used to put a little bit of adjusted rudder, like mix a little rudder in at full throttle, like at beginning throttle and stuff like that. So maybe it has an option to do that. I don't know. But definitely a lot of things. One of the cool things I saw was maybe for crawler guys who have different, like for my Traxxas TRX4. I love that truck. One of the best trucks I've ever bought. I don't like the radio because I can't hook up a lanyard to it. So Traxxas, please figure out a way to get a lanyard on your radios, or please somebody let me know how I can do it. But I really like that truck. But it has a bunch of different channels. You have the diff locks, and then you have the 2 speeds that you can choose from. So I can basically map that out on this radio. You can map it out on other radios too. But basically, I was looking on WTF. He was showing they actually have a map. So you have a map of each channel. You can program what you want to do and what you want to do, and then you just save it in your profile. Say you haven't driven the truck in a few weeks, you don't remember what does what. You just pull up the map and it shows you which ones you use and what does what. That's so simple. Something I will try so I can drive that a little bit more. I really do like that truck. That's really cool. Lots of potential with this radio. Like I said, this is my first time even really, let me turn it off. Shutting down. This is my first time even really turning this radio off and playing with it. I'm looking forward to it. I think I might put it in my Animal Cat 2.0 because I'm trying to get 100 miles per hour with that boat. And it's using an RTR radio, and I do notice that it's lagging and it's just not, to get 100 miles an hour, you need a lot of space. So, maybe I'll put it in there. We'll see. I definitely know I'm going to use this with the Techno MT4 build, which is almost done. And maybe I'll put it in, I'll get some more receivers and put one in the big yellow. And whenever I get my Mayako car built, I'll put it there. But definitely I'll be using this soon. So I'll be able to let you guys know how I feel about it and how I use it in the real world. So that brings me to one of the biggest issues I've heard people talk about, and that is the latency of the radio. Some people say the previous NB4, they had no issues. Some people did. Some guys like it. I don't know. I never got to try it. I haven't tried this radio, but I was watching again WTF on YouTube, and he was explaining how you can adjust the latency in this for servos. So if you have a servo that can, no, don't quote me on this because I have to do it for myself to understand it. But basically, it's like you can pick a frequency for the servo. Some servos have a higher frequency than others. I don't know if all receivers do that. I think it's also, you might have just a 2-channel motor that makes the 2 channels fast. That's all we need for racing. A fast servo for fast on steering, fast on throttle if it's nitro. And I don't know about ESC settings and all that type of stuff as well. So there's a lot of things I have to learn. But from what I'm told, from my friends that have used this, like my buddy swears on this over his Sanwa. I mean, a lot of people just like it too. And for the price, I mean, you really can't go wrong. I think I saw this on Hobby King today. It's out of stock, but $383. Wow. Receivers, I was looking on Amazon, anywhere from 20 to 50 bucks. And it's so many different receivers. I need to find out which ones do what, which ones work. Some of them have gyro. Oh man, it's crazy. It's a bunch of receivers. I wanted something with cheap receivers because I have a lot of rigs that I need to get running. And I plan on doing a lot of more unboxing and bashing with my family. And my son, he can inherit the 4PX and we can use that for other things. And one day I want to get back racing. So I hope it is with this. Maybe one day I'll have this and I'll hand this off to Joseph or Ronafalk and see what they feel. They would be able to feel it a lot more than me. But as for now, I can't comment on the latency. My friend said with the new software, there's no problem. They said they had no issues with the NB4. I guess if I was Ronafalk or if I had the skill of Ronafalk, Mayfield, or Dakota Fenn, I would know. But I don't. Trust me, I do not. And I will never have that type of talent. So it's going to be an interesting journey with this radio. I'm super happy to have it. I want to say thank you to Michael Lee at FlySky USA for sending this out to me. I do believe that Nor Cal Hobbies is the distributor in America, so you can pick them up there. I'll leave a link down in the written description for them. I saw you can get these on Amazon as well, but I think they're all out of stock. Everywhere I've looked, everyone's out of stock. So whatever they done, these sold out. People bought them. I think roughly, let's say $450 is what you're gonna pay for it shipped. So for $450, with all the stuff that you get, and if it's a viable, and from what I'm hearing, it's a viable racing radio, I think this might be a great piece of kit for somebody who doesn't want to drop 600, 800 bucks on a Futaba or Sanwa. And it's nothing against anybody that runs those radios or has them. Trust me, I would like to have them too. I just can't afford one right now. But this is a good option for people. I mean, we want people to get into racing and we want it to be cheaper for them. So maybe this is a good option. Yes, it's not as cheap as the previous NB4, which was now $195, but it also comes with a lot more and has a lot more features. So check it out. Give it a chance. We have to make racing cheaper for everybody. And a good radio helps out. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people at a track with a not so good radio and it's causing all their issues, or some radio that they bought used that's worn out. Yes, radios can wear out, people. Trust me, I know this. So if you're looking for a new radio, you want to try something different, you want something that has easily available receivers, and something that you can just adjust to yourself, try the FlySky. I know I am, and the friends that I know that have tried it and still use it love it. So keep watching this channel. I'll let you know how my experiences go as I get to use this over the next couple of months, and we'll check back and see what I think about the performance of the FlySky Noble NB4 Pro. And if you have one of these radios, hit me up. Let me know what you're using it for, if you're using it for racing purposes, bashing purposes, or whatever. If you have any tips or tricks for me, please let me know. I need as much help as I can with this. This is completely new to me. So I am an open book when it comes to this radio. The more I learn about this radio, the more I can let everybody else know. With that said, thank you guys for all the support. Nitro is the glory, but e-buggy pays the bills. It's your boy Lefty, and I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good day. Check you later.